हेलो। हाँ बस आ रहा हूँ। सर आपकी गाड़ी का नंबर कौन सा है? गाड़ी कौन सा है सर? इनविक्टो। ये इनविक्टो क्या है?
Finally, there is a fresh new addition to our buying list. Behind the Suzuki logo on the grille, wheels, tailgate, steering wheel, and the key fob, it is essentially a Toyota.
ये तो काफी बड़ी और प्रीमियम गाड़ी लग रही है। Alright, now once you are done securing your luggage in that large boot that is now accessible via an electronic tailgate, by the way, the first time in a Maruti Suzuki, it is now time to take the best seat in the cabin.
You can have up to 8 passengers enjoying this large and wide cabin that's well lit due to large windows all around and obviously due to that large panoramic sunroof, and also well ventilated thanks to cooling vents in all 3 rows. There is a multi-zone climate control, an air filter to keep the cabin fresh, green tinted windows, and a 239-litre boot that can be extended to 600 litres by folding down the third row. Only if Maruti had thrown in Ottoman seats to sweeten the deal.
The comfort, the features, the build quality, there is so much space. I can push this seat all the way in the front, I can push this all the way in the back, and I have pretty much a 1 BHK to myself.
This is a Maruti Suzuki, which means the cabin can be an enjoyable experience even at the wheel.
Time for me to take the wheel then. You literally want me to take the wheel, like take this out? It's not the prettiest. It's also not the largest. I like the ones that the high cross comes with. Alright, time to get behind the wheel that actually matters. One thing that I like immediately is that the steering wheel is leather wrapped. Just like the top part of the dashboard, the door cards here, even the gear knob and these seats as well. Ventilated seats for the front passengers, and they're actually quite comfortable, large and supportive. Now, despite what the exteriors might suggest, it does not drive like an SUV, okay? It is an MPV. And what also makes you believe that a lot more is the way that the dashboard is designed. I mean, and look at where the gear knob is placed. It almost makes you feel like you're driving a big bus. And that's not a bad thing because the body roll is well contained and the visibility is just great. I can look at everything that is happening in my vicinity, which makes it easier to drive out on the highways and also in the city. So I have to overtake a truck right now, indicate, step on the gas, things fall around, but it does pick up really well. Like no other Maruti that we've seen before, gets up to speeds quite fast. It's unassuming, but it's quite good.
Sure, there is no turbocharger, but there is an AC synchronous motor that works in tandem with the engine. The combined power thus sits at a respectable 186 horsepower.
Now all of that power and all of that torque is fed to the front wheels via an eCVT transmission, and it also gets paddles behind the steering wheel to replicate gear shifts. Now the engine, it is extremely refined, it is obviously efficient because this is a strong hybrid, but it does make its presence felt, especially when you're overtaking like this. You can hear it inside the cabin, and that is not down just to the engine being a naturally aspirated unit. That is also down to the fact that the CVT transmission exists in such a big platform. So that inherent rubber band effect that cannot be evaded. You do have a very loud powertrain, even though this is a strong hybrid, but it gets up to speed.
Given that India trusts Maruti and also the fact that this is from the stables of Toyota, there should be very few issues with the car unless you go looking for one.
Now, while there is ample power on offer, I do miss the diesel torques. I also miss driving a rear-wheel drive vehicle. But apart from those two things, I think this is a much easier car to drive in the city, easier to manage. It's also very relaxed and comfortable. So, say hello to the new generation of family movers.
What many of you would appreciate while driving the Invicto in the city is exceptionally good fuel efficiency. Real-world driving figures would be around the 18 kmpl mark because this car is able to operate on battery power almost 40% of the time you drive it. And it's not just money that you're saving, you're also helping the earth stay cleaner and greener.
Now, given the current charging infra that we have in our country, a strong hybrid like the Maruti Suzuki Invicto makes a lot more sense. It is also supposedly a lot more greener when you consider the entire life cycle of the vehicle, starting from the mining of the resources till the time you recycle every nut and bolt of a vehicle like this. This car does it all. It's big enough for you to move around with your tribe. It is also safer. It is dependable thanks to that Maruti Suzuki logo on the front. And obviously it is stylish. Ladies and gentlemen, this then is the Naya Bharat ki Nayi Maruti.